Hello everyone, I'm Tang Tong. I'm working in National Disaster Reduction Center of China, NDRCC. My topic is natural disaster integrated early warning and public trust. Let me ask two questions. Rainstorm mainly serves to alleviate drought conditions. Is it disaster? Earthquake occurs in unoccupied areas. Is it disaster? Absolutely. They are not disasters. They are disaster causing factors, named hazards. As we all know, hazard and disaster are totally different. Hazard is a nature phenomenon. Disaster combines hazard with other social information. So it means disaster combine all comprehensive information and be much more integrated. Public trust is the interdependence of the public on governmental organizations, their managers and administrators. There are many effective ways to build public trust in the disaster area. The research shows that the public basically holds a trust attitude towards the social disaster reduction ability in China. And the trust degree is as follows. Disaster monitoring, prediction, and early warning is higher than governmental emergency. Governmental emergency is higher than disaster prevention engineering ability. Early warning plays an important role in enhancing governmental credibility. At present, natural disaster early warning mainly relies on various departments involved in disaster to produce and publish, and each department has successively developed its own early warning standards and published the early warning information according to them. Therefore, there are four main challenges of the existing early warning system. Firstly, focus on the early warning of disaster causing factors, hazard inducing environmental hazard bearing body, disaster prevention and mitigation capabilities are not considered, and disaster prevention needs to be more targeted. Secondly, early warning information is issued frequently and the accuracy needs to be improved. It's easy to cause paralysis of public awareness. For example, as the statistic result, there are 1,205 disaster early warnings have been issued in different levels by different departments in different provinces only in one day. How huge it is. People must be confused and ignore them. So there is another challenge. What is the really early warning? The third challenge is the concept of early warning needs to be clearly defined. There are lots of similar names such as forecasting, early warning, alert. What's the relationship of them? Forecast is a prediction. It's the basic for early warning. Early warning is the process of risk identify and the evaluation of forecast information, and the assessment, analysis, and the insurance of possible risks, while alert is a warning of identified risk, usually accompanied by corresponding government actions as part of early warning. Fourth, the insurance, which is attributed to numerous sources, needs legal effect and connection with pre-arrangement, planning, and response as a result. Although early warning are issued, and the government and public are not clear about the impact of the disaster and cannot take effective measures and actions. In order to promote the construction of integrated disaster risk early warning system in China, NDRCC is studying how to carry out integrated disaster risk early warning. NDRCC is a specialized agency under the Chinese government, which is engaged in information services, technical and decision-making support on various natural disasters. The center provides on-site survey, and whole process assessment for critical disasters by monitoring, analyzing, and assessing disaster information using advanced technology, and mainly undertakes the functions of national disaster risk monitoring and early warning, risk assessment, satellite emergency applications, data information management, research on natural disaster science, technology and regulations, and international cooperation. Also take the role of the National Integrated Risk Monitoring and Early Warning Center for Natural Disaster and Space Technology Application Center for Disaster Reduction. I worked for the Disaster Integrated Risk Monitoring and Early Warning Center, which was established in April this year. We aim to carry out a three-dimensional dynamic monitoring, risk assessment analysis, and early warning in an all-round way, covering the whole process in the development and changes of various disaster-exposing and disaster-inducing factors of multiple disaster types, disaster chains, and disaster systems. A comprehensive publicity and education platform with disaster reduction in China, National Disaster Reduction Network, WeChat official account of disaster reduction in China, and mobile newspaper for natural disasters as the main carriers has been built. One on the National Disaster Prevention and Mitigation Day and International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, various online and offline science activities will be held. Professional training on disaster prevention and mitigation will be carried out on a regular basis. Nearly 5,000 disaster management personnel at all levels will be trained every year. Well, thank you for your listening.